Hey guys, it's been a while, and hi. I've been procrastinating, at least for the last month, trying to figure out how to come back to YouTube. Do I continue where I left off? Do I start a new channel because life is a little different now? But as you see, I still have my van. It's technically not van life anymore, but well, I want to say, I stopped videoing mostly because I got really sick. And I just didn't have the momentum anymore to not even come back and say, hey, I'm really sick. I might have put a post about it. I don't really remember. Those days are kind of, I don't remember a lot. I was sick for about 3 months. It started about the beginning, mid-July, and I really wasn't feeling better till probably the better part of October, like probably October. September things started to get better, but I had lost a lot of weight. I wasn't quite eating much. I was still very weak, and at this point, I'm gonna say I'm mostly 100%. I have a few things I need to watch out for, things that I need to make sure I don't eat. There's only certain foods I can eat, but it was really bad. And there was really nothing I could do about it other than just go through it. And I did go through it. I do have video from over the summer. I traveled to Washington, sick. It took me maybe 2 weeks to get there because I had to stop a few times and just sleep and lay low and wait until the day that I was feeling a little better to do some driving. Some days I only drove 3 hours a day. Some days I drove maybe 4 or 5. My goal was to get to Washington, where my friend has property in the Olympic National Park Peninsula, whatever that's called, that area. And I was just gonna relax and heal and be in the woods, in the forest. And his place is in front of the lake. And I would be in my van because I didn't have a key to his place. All I had was, yeah, you can, boondock on my property. Is that right? Boondock? Anyway, now I'm getting hot. It is cold outside here in the Blue Ridge Mountains. And, well, again, I've been trying to figure out, do I start a whole new channel? Do I come back to this channel? Obviously, my channel name would change a tiny bit. I was thinking of Eat, Thrift, Van. Since I have been back, so like I said, I have videos of being away. I just didn't have a lot of energy. I didn't have a lot of energy for anything. I could barely get dressed most days. I could barely walk the dog most days. I went to Washington because over the summer it was really hot, and to be in a van in Georgia is not ideal. So northern Washington was great weather, really cool at night, warmish during the day. I stayed there for about 2-3 weeks. And I didn't head back till like September, mid-September. And when I head back to Georgia, I moved in with boyfriend. Bogey's not with me right now. He's at our home. I have started an eBay store because you guys, if you've been with the channel a while, you know that I like thrifting. And so going back to massage therapy, and again, if you've been with the channel, you know that I used to do massage, but I wasn't going back to that, but I love to thrift, and why not thrift and sell? So I'm a reseller now. Boyfriend helps me with the reselling. He helped me get everything started. And things have been good. So I also have to say that, I didn't reiterate much Bogey in a van, but Bogey in a van, he was always very stressed. And I'm kind of glad, I got to experience what I did experience in my form of van life. But traveling with him was stressful. And, he was stressed. He was stressed all the time when the van was moving. Being in the van, laying down, sleeping, hanging out, he was fine. As well as him being reactionary towards other dogs made it hard to bring him outside and go to dog parks. Like, I couldn't do any of those things. I always had to find somewhere that was very, make sure there's no dogs around. So that limited a lot of what we did, as well as I'm just grateful that I am in a home now with him, because that's really his preference. And he's doing well. He's happy. And we did a camping trip for Thanksgiving, and he did come with us because it was only about 40 minutes away.
Doug, let's go. Straight to camp in Jersey.
But then we also did a little trip to Chattanooga, Tennessee, where boyfriend had some business to do.
Groupings.
And I got a dog sitter from Rover who was perfect for him. And he just loves attention from humans, and she was happy to give it to him. So that's since happened. Okay, so I'm also debating whether to put together the footage from the summer and show you some of the, how I was, or I don't even remember what I've said on those videos. I don't remember a lot of what footage I took of where. I know I made some videos at my friend's property in the Olympic Peninsula, and when I left there I was feeling better, so I was doing some videos. I had started thrifting over there because we had already decided that when I got home we would be starting an eBay store. So I started going to yard sales on my way back from there, and I went up to like the Forks area, and I went to thrift stores, and I went all the way to the top of northern Washington. I visited thrift stores, I went yard sailing, all the way back, and that's technically when I started to feel better. I went through Seattle, I put the van on a ferry, and I have a video of all that too. So I know I disappeared. I'm so sorry. I just didn't have it in me to care. I could barely make it through the day for a few months. I think I'm gonna keep this channel. I'm going to tweak the name a little. I'm gonna start making videos about thrifting, and I use my van a lot to go thrifting, and it's gonna be a thrifting channel, and my life, whatever. You may see some travel, because I want to travel and do thrifting. We have some trips lined up. I hate when vloggers or YouTubers don't tell you where they're going, so I'm going to tell you where I'm going so far. I have my birthday trip lined up. We're going to drive to New York and visit the city. There's going to be some thrifting there, but there's going to be some running around the city because I haven't been there in so long. There is an RV park right across the river in Jersey City, so we could take the van, plug up, and just ride the PATH train into the city. So I'm looking forward to that. And then in January, the end of January, we're going to go to St. Pete, which I haven't been in. If you've been following the blog, you know I'm not from St. Petersburg. I'm from New York City, or New York, born in New York City. But I lived in St. Petersburg area, Florida for 14 years prior to coming to Georgia. So we're going to be going down there at the end of January. And I want to visit my friends at the Kava Bar. And again, if you've been following the channel, you know what Kava Bar is. And you know, it was a place I used to hang out and I had a lot of friends, a nice little group of, a little community. And a Kava Bar is not an alcohol bar. It's a non-alcohol bar, coffee shop, tea shop, all the things. So we're going to be going there at the end of January. And in April is boyfriend's birthday at the end of the month, and we've got something, well, we're tossing up a few ideas. One of them's in New Orleans, but we've been talking about some other stuff. We were going to do something for February, but I don't know, February and March might be more of a thrifting travel if I go, like, they have these things called the Goodwill bins. You can go sourcing for clothing and hard goods and all sorts of things for really inexpensive, very, very inexpensive. They charge by the pound, but I don't have any around me, and there's a lot, but I have to travel like 3+ hours to get to one, which I've done that before, and I've stayed over. I went to Columbus, Georgia, where they had one. The next one I want to go to is in Alabama, in Birmingham, which is like it's a little under 4 hours. There's also one in Asheville, but I don't know if the roads to Asheville from here are good to drive on. I've already had trauma on mountain passes. There's a video about that. Oh my God, in traveling to Washington State, I took there's like 3 ways to go, and I took like the most northern way you can go. And I didn't anticipate all the mountain passes. And you would think the fear of that would be gone, and it kind of is, and I feel very more professional. Plus, since then, I've had brake changes and rotors done and new tires, and so, but still, the fear of going down those mountains, and it feels like your vehicle's out of control, and then you don't want to like use the brakes too much. But I did use the downshifting. I was way better, but my heart was still pumping out of my chest. All right, guys, I only have a few, we have a parade to do today. Me and boyfriend, he does this, I guess, I don't know if it's every year, but I know he did it last year, and he's got a 1921 Model A, or 1912 Model A. Sorry, Sean, if I'm getting the year messed up. But he's added some cute little lights and some little Christmas decorations to it, and it's effing freaking cold. And we're gonna ride this little Model A with no cover on. It's literally a, you know, convertible through downtown. You know, it's hard to hide where you are. Blue Ridge. It's downtown Blue Ridge, Georgia. Like, what am I gonna do? So we're going to downtown Blue Ridge, and we're going to ride in the parade and freeze our tukuses off. Yeah, but you know, it sounded like fun before the cold ran in, but now we've committed, so we just wear warm clothing and it should be all right. So I don't have a lot of time between now and the shop closing and getting ready. And I need to take photos for my eBay listings. I've pretty much listed everything I took pictures of. So I have to do that. I don't know if I'm gonna take footage tonight. I'm gonna do my best to start filming more and including you guys in some of the things that me and Sean do. But for now, I'm gonna try and put some of that video footage together. I'm also on a time crunch with getting winter clothing up, listed, and it's very time consuming. I've got a lot of clothing that I've picked up that are sweaters and jackets and stuff that I need to list. So I'm going to try and have an eBay store, which is more time consuming than doing like editing and filming, more time consuming, but I'm gonna try and do it, because there's these other girls that they're resellers and they have channels and they sell and they teach, and I don't want to teach, but I'll of course let you. I mean, I'm just new, so there's no me teaching. Yeah. So again, I want to say I'm sorry to those of you who are truly concerned about where I was and my well-being and that I disappeared. I'm so sorry. There's also, you know, another part of that where I got a lot of backlash for a few videos that I made, and my channel kind of exploded once I hit that 1,000 subscribers, and you know, that had a lot to do with it, because I had this nice little group of people that were so kind, and then it mixed in with other ones that weren't so kind, and that threw me off too. That kind of ruined my day a lot, because I want to be interactive in the comments, but then you start reading the comments and it's easy for you guys to say, oh, just ignore it, but it really does. It affects your heart and it affects your mind in a way, like, you know, I'm sharing my life with you. Hey, let me see your life so I can comment, or let, you know, whatever. It's just a lot of judgmental people out there, or a lot of things people say that they wouldn't actually say to somebody's face, which is kind of funny. But for those of you who always expressed kind comments, kind support, I miss you guys. I hope you'll accept me back into your life. And I know I'm not going to be like van life anymore, but there will be van life trips. And again, like I said, I go thrifting with the van, because a lot of stores don't have bathrooms, or if I have to travel like an hour or two, I get to bring my bathroom and, you know, put stuff in my fridge and have lunch in there. And I don't know, it just makes the whole, I love my van still. So all right guys, I'm gonna do my best to hopefully video a little bit of this evening. I'm going to try to figure out how I can piece together what the summer looked like in a video, if you guys are interested. I toyed with doing Vlogmas, but I don't know. I don't think that's gonna happen. I did it last year and it was fun. But all right guys, I'm back. Thanks for listening, and again, I will come back on here regardless and end the video. Well, thanks for listening, and hopefully all is well with you guys. I'm doing much better. Life is very good right now, and I'm going to try to remember to video, like I said, some of the parade, or at least us getting in the car, or the actual car that we get in. But I will end this video at some point regardless. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the time that I have left. I don't think I have an hour. All right guys. Mwah. didn't think this through. I was gonna show you some footage of what I do to list items, and I didn't bring my GoPro because this was an impromptu video, and I need my phone. I need my phone to take videos. To take photos. So I guess you guys will have to see what I do next time, or how I do it. Yeah. So. Hey you guys, it is the next day after the parade, and I just wanted to jump in on here and say goodbye. Yeah, I didn't take any video of the actual being in the parade, but hope you enjoyed that little snippet of us driving in town to the parade. And I gave you, I think, a little bit of the lineup when we were waiting for the parade to start. But yeah, it is the next day, and I've been working at the home base and working on the listings. We sold 4 things today, which I need to pull. Actually, you know what? I'll pull them out and I'll show you what we sold today. How many things did I sell? It was 2 bags, a jacket, and a salt and pepper shaker. So that's 4 things. Yesterday, a sweater sold, and I already have that packaged up and ready to bring to the post office. But let me pull those items. I'll show you what sold in the last 24 hours. And I'm actually back here where my unit is at. It's a storage unit. It's right by the door, and I have really good sunlight, which is why I'm choosing to take pictures here. I was doing it at the home base, but when I moved into this spot, yeah, it just works out that I'll do more computer work and maybe listing the items at home base and do photos and pulling things that sell here, obviously, because it's here. So yeah, let me grab those things, and I'll see you in a few minutes. All right, you guys, I pulled the 4 items that sold over the last 24 hours. My store is new, so I haven't been making a lot of sales regularly. A couple of sales a week. Today, and being that it's the weekend of Black Friday, people are shopping, so I got 4 plus the one yesterday, and I'll put a little screenshot of what sold yesterday. It was just the sweater. I think it was an LLB men's vintage, like pullover, 3/4 zip deal. All right, so what sold over the last 24 hours? 1 minute, please. This is my personal, well, it was my personal bag. It's a Kipling bag. Just really light. It's got pockets, nice size. Got the crossbody strap. I used it a lot for a while, but now not so much anymore. So I was trying to trim down my purses, and this was one that I wasn't really, although I did use it a lot in the past, not using so much anymore. So as a personal purse that, I don't even remember what I paid for it last time, but I did get it on eBay because I like that Kipling brand. I listed it for $22, and I think I sent an offer out and it sold for like $19. Somebody, you know, when you watch something on eBay and you send offers out to the likers. So that's one. This is a Lucky Brand vintage, made in Italy, like crossbody bag. It's really cute. It's got like this patchwork. It's got the zipper, the flap, the strap. It's got that old Lucky tag, branding tag, Lucky brand tag. So yeah, I mean, it was pretty clean on the inside. And just a little hipster boho Italian leather Lucky Brand purse. That sold for, I paid $2 for it. Sold for $19.99. These were these little salt and pepper shakers. They were also vintage, copper cutwork design, salt and pepper shaker. It's got a unique design, like it's kind of, I don't know, to show you. They're handmade in Mexico. I did pay $5 for them. Let's see. It's got the glass on the inside, and then you fill the salt and pepper in the top. So yeah, little vintage salt and pepper shaker. They sold, I think I sent, again, I think I sent an offer on them. They might have, somewhere around the $24 they sold for, and I paid $5. I paid $5 a long time ago when I didn't know any better, when I first started out. Right now, not long time ago, but September, at this time, I would not pay $5 for these, although they're vintage. I'm trying to keep the cost of goods of like $5 and under, or $4 and under. And if it's something like I know that's got a huge sell-through rate that sells for a lot, then of course, you know, I'll pay up. And then, you know, you do a little research and you decide if you want to pay the extra. But at the time I was just, you know, putting my feelers out, and but still made like 20 bucks on it, give or take. So this I'm not taking out because it was a pain to unfold, but I'll stick a picture over here of this jacket. It's a vintage City Jones New York men's leather coat. It was actually a size 40 long. So, you know, particularly a tall person would be looking for this, but it's all leather, it's vintage. I keep little cuttings of fabric softener in there to make them, you know, keep them smelling fresh. But this, I had listed it for $39 because there was a few in there, same brand, around the same price. Paid $9 for it, so actually took an offer for $30, so made 20 bucks on it, give or take, you know, with the eBay fees and all that, but you know, somewhere between 15 and 20. So that worked out. And right now I'm just trying to, like, I'm not gonna be too fussy. Like, I'm gonna price the pricing on different items that, you know, are competitive. But if people send me offers, I'm not gonna not consider it or accept it or go halfway, or just want the store to show that it's making money and that there's a flow of going out and being uploaded, as well as, you know, hopefully I'm getting good feedback from the shoppers as a seller. So that also sold today. So I don't have much time left. I'm gonna go ahead, again, I haven't done anything with my GoPro yet. I haven't cleared out the memory, and I can't do anything with it at the moment. I need to either A, get another memory card, or B, clean that one out, which means I have to transfer everything into my, you know, blah, 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 blah. So I'm using my phone, which I need my phone to do what I need to do. I only got an hour of sunlight left, that nice sunlight that's coming in through the door over there, to take some photos of clothing I need to list onto eBay. And so I'm going to do that now. So I just want to say, hope you enjoyed this video. I understand if you don't want to watch this video, this video content anymore, because I'm not technically van life. I mean, my background when you met me was van life. I see other van life people whose life evolve in different directions. I didn't set out to do van life to be in a van forever. I actually just set out in a van and let life take me where it was supposed to go. I had no expectations, and I believe it worked out the way it was supposed to work out, and it's still a journey. I'm still following a path. I still want to go out in my van. We have gone out on little trips in the van. I do take out my van to go shopping. I've taken it overnight to go to the Goodwill bins in a different, you know, that's kind of far away. I think I said yesterday, they're like 3 hours plus away. And that's where, if you're not familiar, like I said, with the Goodwill bins, you pay per pound. And you can get a lot of, you could save on your cost of goods of things that you sell. Anyway, if you want to continue watching me, I want to say thank you, and I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you on my next video. And if you want to unsubscribe, I'm sorry to see you go, but I understand, because certain people want to watch certain content. Yeah, so, okay. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.